It had all started so promisingly. Pioneer aviatrix and darling of the popular press, Amelia Earhart announces her most daring mission yet, to circumnavigate the globe as the first woman to do so. Just over a month later, she and navigator Fred Noonan had travelled over 22,000 miles with only 7,000 miles to go. Having successfully left Papua New Guinea, she was on leg 31 of 34. Next stop, Howland Island, a small atoll in the middle of the Pacific where she could refuel. Far ahead of her and far below, the Coast Guard ship Itasca began to hear her faint voice transmissions. As the hours rolled by, the signal received by the Itasca grew stronger and stronger, indicating that Earhart's Electra 10E was approaching the ship. She reported she was low on fuel and that the weather was deteriorating. Some hours later, Earhart asked the ship to use a direction finder so she could set a bearing for the ship's direction, something the ship was unable to do due to incompatibility of their radio systems. This also meant that while the ship could hear them loud and clear, there was no way for them to communicate by voice to the Electra. On the frequencies available, they could only send Morse code, something that Amelia and navigator Fred Noonan were unfamiliar with. Around 5 hours after receiving their first communication from the Electra, the Itasca received a message from Earhart saying, "We must be on you, but cannot see you, but fuel is running low." The strength of the signal indicated they must have been very close indeed, but those on the ship couldn't see the plane. The Itasca received one last message from Earhart, and the rest is a mystery. Officially, it's believed that due to navigation errors and a lack of fuel, the plane crashed into the sea. But is this really the end of the story? Some believe Noonan and Earhart successfully landed on the Marshall Islands, only to be captured by the Japanese in World War II. Others believe that the Electra crash-landed into a lagoon on Gardner Island, which is much closer to Howland than the Marshalls. Some expeditions to Gardner claim to have found artifacts from the 1930s, including what may be a piece of the plane. Recently, a satellite image of the lagoon showed an anomaly that some claim is the remains of the Electra. But with no solid proof, this is just speculation. Did Amelia Earhart vanish into history? Or will one day the Pacific give up the mystery? Or will her fate remain beyond unknown?